Hello, welcome to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, the podcast with funding from the National Lottery and the government. I'm Claire from Positive Life Workshops. I am a guide and a healer. I help people who have struggled with anxiety and depression, who want to start living that more positive life. Hello, welcome. This week we have got Claire from Momo's Cafe in St Helens and Kat from Green Town CIC. We're going to have a bit of a chat and see where we go. So, hello, ladies.
Hello.
How are we getting on?
Oh, bored with lockdown, in all honesty.
I'm all right under the circumstances, really.
Not doing too bad. Yeah.
Not doing too bad.
I think it's quite interesting how there's three different people here in this conversation, and there's kind of three different aspects of what's happened in lockdown. So I really enjoyed it and thrived from it. And I know that you struggled and enjoyed it both at the same time, both of you. So with our businesses, we started off way back, I think 2017, 18-ish. Me and Claire met.
2018 that you rocked up at Momo's.
Yeah.
Slime bag.
Yeah, the slime lady turned up. So I think it was the creative wellbeing sessions first that started off, and then it was like Katie had the slime party, and then it was like, I need to do this slime, and that's what kind of got my business going, with the help of coming into Momo's and doing stuff. And then it just kind of created this network of a close friendship between us all, because I think we worked together supporting each other and kind of learning off each other as well. It's been a nice experience.
Do you actually remember when you first met me, Claire?
Right, when did I first, was it one of my ladies' wellbeing sessions?
No, it wasn't. Do you remember you had a clay heart session?
Yes, I was that at the barracks.
Yeah.
At the CIC cadets. Wow, I've still got my heart.
I think I was the only lady to buy a ticket to the session, and we just formed a bond from there, didn't we?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Oh my gosh. I thought it was from the Artists Together that we met, but no, it was before that.
Yeah, we met there, and then we went to the Artists Together, all of us, and then we kind of grew a friendship from there, and kind of our businesses kind of grew together as well at the same time, didn't they?
It all kind of happened together, didn't it? It was all like the three of us sort of powering forward, and you know what I mean. And it's been great. Like I remember, did you see my bond with you, Claire? Sort of started on that very first art session, because obviously I've just opened Momo's. I'm not creative, can't draw, can't paint, can't do anything, but I've got a very imaginative mind, I've got a very creative mind. I just can't get that down onto paper. And you'd booked a session for one evening, and I was at the height of my mental health breakdown. I was all drugged up on diazepam. I was at the edge. I was at the edge at that time, and you sort of made me sit there for about 3 hours and paint the stars. Do you remember the star?
Yeah.
That circle thing with the little stars in, and it was hours and hours, and I think the session was meant to finish at 8 o'clock, but we was there till about 10.
Yeah, we just kept going and kept
talking to me, and I think that's what, and I was just painting, you know what I mean, and drawing, doing all these little stars, and it was just like, it felt like 10 minutes. And then I was like, no, I'm not ready to pack up yet. And then I think we stayed till quite late.
Yeah, and you know what? I've still actually got that picture that you did that night. It's I've got it all in my portfolio. Yeah, well, we did with the stars and all the initials and what they meant to us and things like that. And that's really weird that we're talking about this, because I was looking at the book that session came from, the idea that came from the other day, thinking I need to be doing more and more of these sessions, because when I look back, it's them sessions where I created those connections, and because they're the sessions that helped people the most. So it is, and it's kind of, that really helped your mental health. And I think the clay hearts probably really helped yours.
The clay hearts, because it come at a time where I'd just moved back from Cardiff. I felt isolated, and I'd lost connection with loads of friends and things like that, and I felt really lonely. So it was an opportunity to meet some really positive people and create some really positive things. So that I'm really grateful for. I'll always be grateful for it.
And we've done quite a few bits and pieces together since then. So you came into the schools with me, and we did the seed bombs sessions, didn't we? So that's one of the activities that I've actually got planned for the funding that I'm doing it at the minute with the activities. So I've got funding from the Community Foundation, and Momo's is making the lunches. And I think I've got Kat down to do a worksheet in the spring about growing our own food and things like that. So we've started, like, our businesses have started to come together, as well as the friendships, and kind of keep growing and keep supporting each other. So it's like Claire will come to me if she's got a problem, and I'll go to her, and vice versa. Or we've got a group chat where we'll have this is going on, help me. And it's just kind of having that connection of friendship within the business sector as well, because it's important. If you're friends with people who are not doing what you're wanting to do and not wanting to achieve what you're wanting to achieve. So I know that you two want to achieve a nice business for yourself to start, a nice income, which is what we all need, but we all want to help people in more than that way. So we don't want to just have a business to help ourselves. We want to help other people. And that's kind of, I think that's where our connection lies. We all have that want to improve people's mental health at the end of the day.
Yeah, the mental health ethos runs straight through all of our businesses, and it kind of just connects up nicely because, you know what I mean, we've got the sensory garden now at Momo's, so we've got the funding for that. We built that, so now we have like the bricks and mortar of it all, and then you've got Kat and her Green Town business coming in, and you know what I mean, she can look after plants and bringing biodiversity into our sensory garden, and then from that, you know what I mean, your business then connects on because you can do sessions out there with the ladies, you know what I mean, and that can include stuff that Kat does.
Yeah, looking forward to
quite relaxing. So,
looking forward to summer in the sensory garden, a bit of Reiki and Indian head massage.
From the floor and the ceiling, and Kat brings all the...
Yeah, my School of Sustainability classes would be great out there in the summer, fingers crossed. Restrictions are lifted by then.
And I think this is what is important, why we're going through lockdown and we're not able to do what we want to do. It's still kind of talking about what we want to do in the future, and like having those ideas and having different things that we can go in and apply for funding for to help people. So there's things we can do now. So I'm doing the podcast with the funding from the lottery, and I know, like, Claire, you've done loads down lockdown with Momo's and food and things like that, and Kat's been doing her online sessions, so I know she had the introduction to hedgehog keeping, and she's done the foraging one. And when we can get back to normal, I can't wait to do another clothes swap, Kat. Yeah. My wardrobe is desperate for an update, so I need a clothes swap, and I'm sure that we were waiting for a plant swap as well. So I've got and even though I give you an avocado for Christmas that I started on, I've still got a couple of avocados on the windowsill waiting for that plant swap. So they're going to be quite big.
I have people messaging me all the time, when's the plant swap? They can't wait for that. And the clothes swap.
It'd be good to come and, I mean, because this is just what we do, is like when we reopen, because I think the government are looking at sort of Easter time really with most restrictions. So, you know, I mean, that'll coincide really, really nice with the reopening of the sensory garden, because obviously it's been closed down for winter. So we can do the plant swap, we can do the reopening of the sensory garden.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can be there, Claire, and you can be outside doing meditation, and it kind of all, that's how it fits. It's like a jigsaw, and we come together and we say, right, like from one idea from Kat is that now we have a whole session for the community where they can come and get plants, they can come and get some mental health support, they can come and get some food, get a drink, you know what I mean?
And there's going to be experts in-house as well. We've got Will Goodwin from the Merseyside Foraging Network who'll be attending the plant swaps as well. So we've got a whole range of experts that'll attend too.
Yeah, that's good.
So we can all learn about different plants and things like that.
But, you know, we're quite supportive of new businesses, small independent businesses. We always give them a shout out at Momo's, you know, I mean, new starters, because it is hard. It's really hard, but it's so tough to get going, just to get people's attention. You know what I mean? So we've got this new business that's just landed in town, where they deliver plants to your house. So, you know what I mean, she can come and bring business cards and we can help her. So, you know what I mean, we don't become this little tiny clique of three of us. And that's what plays in my mind all the time, is that I don't want to be just this little small three of us just scribbling away at our own stuff. I want to incorporate other people, and particularly other women as well, because you know, I mean, the empowerment of women is very important to me with all the heritage stuff that we do at Momo's and things like that. And you know, I mean, by having the three of us, he's been able to give ideas out. We're able to pull each other back as well when we're going too far, or you know, I mean, when one of us gets tired, another one of us will notice. We should.
Yeah, it's having somebody to say, hang on a minute. How many things do you think you can do?
We work alongside other women's businesses, and not just women, men too. You know what I mean? It stops that whole, they're a very cliquey sort of bunch, and that's what we really, really don't want.
As soon as we're talking about plants today, I know this is not going to go out today. This is only going to go out on Thursday, but today's actually Plant Appreciation Day.
Oh, that's nice. I should have known that.
Yeah, you should have done.
So yeah, I've got a little post on my page about that today. So, but yeah,
I'll post a picture of my avocado plant later on Instagram.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
I don't have any plants in my house because if I touch anything green, it dies.
the avocado plant's still going strong. So
yeah, the avocados were quite. I'm not very green fingers at all, but Kev manages to get everything growing. He's got a pineapple going on the windowsill as well, and it's actually started getting new shoots through it in the inside as well. It's
you know what you'll have to do? You're going to have to start growing pumpkins.
Pumpkins ready for next Halloween.
Yeah. For your workshop sessions. Yeah. Buy pumpkins.
I've got this idea in my head that I really, really want an indoor garden growing food inside with people from the community coming, growing their own food and being able to like kind of look after it, grow it and eat it and kind of have that whole sense of like achievement that I've grown that and I've been able to make this meal out of it. So it's that's something that I'm going to look into. That'd be ideal.
You're going to need a bigger house.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would need space to do it in, but that would keep Kev entertained forever. It would be in his element. So it's just about finding things. But going back to what we were saying before about working together, I just find that when women work together instead of working against each other, it just makes it so much more empowering. Like you say, there's no point.
Things can happen,
I mean, a lot of the time, there's so many women doing the same things, and it's like, oh, she's doing what I'm doing, and like, oh, look at her, she's doing what I was doing that, and it's like, there's enough people in the world for everybody to have a little bit of a share of something. Yeah. So, and it's just like kind of like finding your own niche in your area, and then working together with others. So if you're not quite sure about one thing, you can refer them on to somebody else, and then it's more empowering to do that than it is to take somebody on that you can't really help and just for the money and things like that. And it builds up your reputation.
It's very empowering to be able to know your own limits too, and know your own boundaries and know what your own skill set is. Because, you know what I mean, there's people that come into Momo's and they want to do this and they want to do that. And I just can't do it. I know that I can't do it. You know what I mean? I can push myself, but then if I push myself too far, I end up getting so anxious, you know what I mean, that I just don't want to do it, and I procrastinate and everything. So I end up just sitting and scrolling social media for hours and hours on end, trying to get out of doing what it is that I do. Whereas now I think I know where my own skill set is, I know where my own boundaries are, I know where everything is, so that I know that if I can't do something, rather than stress myself out, which will stress the other person out because they've stressed me out, is that I can pass it on, and it just takes away all the stress.
Exactly. I did exactly the same thing getting an accountant. That's just taken a massive amount of stress off my shoulders. It's just from thinking, I don't know what to do with all that side of things. And it's like, the worry about, it's going to cost me so much money. But to have that amount of stress taken away makes a huge difference. It does. It's just a massive, and it's asking for help. It's like, I have asked you today for an interview. It's like, please help me, go and do an interview with me. And it is about reaching.
And listening, me and Kat are in our own little bubble. Kat lives alone and she's my bubble.
Support bubble.
Yeah, this Kat's my support bubble. So again, you know, I mean, it started off as a business colleague, then it became a friend, and now it's a bubble.
Yeah, and I think that it's important as well that we do kind of look out for people. So if someone is on their own and you know they're on their own, reach out to them and like, even, I mean, this is not even business related. This is just with everybody with the mental health. It's just that quick message. Like, what have you been up to today? And I always say to people, if you're struggling yourself, don't say to somebody, how are you doing? Because if you can't handle the I'm not doing well and somebody releasing to you, don't put yourself into that situation. Just ask what have you been doing? You don't have to ask where people are. It's just that connection that makes a massive difference, whilst also protecting your own mental health as well.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with somebody the other week, and they were saying about how they are incredibly shy and trying to start a conversation with somebody, because obviously they don't know anything about mental health. And what they have taught, because what a colleague has taught them is that rather than like what you just said about asking how somebody is, he's asking them what you're having for your tea. Yeah. Because everybody can answer that. Even if you're not having anything for your tea, you've still got an answer to it, and it breaks the conversation. And I think that's a really good conversation starter.
Yeah.
Or what have you had for your lunch? And it takes away all that pressure of having to talk about your emotions. That'll come eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're asking me, and the answer will be I've never had nothing.
Yeah, but that's another podcast for another day.
But you've still got an answer, though. You've still got an answer to it, and you're not kind of. It's not a negative answer. You can have a laugh about it, and then you know in the back of your mind, hey, I better have something to eat now, because we've just can't. And it's about that process of like just checking in on people, but using it the right way to protect yourself.
And if they're not doing well, that have you had what you having for your tea might prompt them to remember to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they might not be thinking about eating right now, and they might go, oh, I've not even thought about that. So, and then that sort of eventually will lead to them making sure that they've had something to eat, because that's something me and Kat struggle with.
Yeah, and it's self-care. Yeah, so that's where I'm quite lucky with Kev. Kev kind of prods me in the area of like what to have to eat and things like that. But I've started having porridge in the morning, and I've found that if I have porridge in the morning, it fills me up until dinner. But once the porridge is gone, I'm hungry because I've been full, and then and then I'm like, oh, what can I have to eat? Where's the food? Like, where's the biscuits? No, better have something proper. But it's just kind of, I've started that new routine of having that porridge in the morning, and I've found it's made a massive difference. That's one of the things that I've started this new lockdown, is making sure that I have breakfast when the kids have breakfast. Because I wasn't eating until like dinner time, and then only having tea, and then eating loads of rubbish at night. And since I started that routine of doing just that porridge in the morning, is the only routine I've changed. It's made a massive difference. It's huge.
I've just gone anxious and sweaty pan because we're talking about.
That
my hands have gone sweaty.
Yeah, it is warm in here.
No, we're going to talk about food that's going to make you hungry and not sweaty palms. It's those chocolate treat boxes that we got for Christmas off Kev's mum. They were naughty. Vegan treats. Oh, very nice. Keep you going for a bit. So, right, ladies, I will leave this podcast at this for now, and I'm sure, no doubt, that we'll get back on and have a chat together sometime soon. Anyway.
All right. Thanks for your time, Claire.
Bye.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence. Find us on Facebook at Positive Life Workshops. Come and join our Facebook group, Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, or the Ladies Wellbeing Group. Our anxiety course will be live soon. If you're looking to improve your confidence, if you're interested in any healing, card readings, having problems with anxiety or your own confidence, feel free to give me a message. Thanks for listening. We'll be here again next Thursday. Goodbye.